Coming to you all the way from Norfolk, Virginia, Go On Podcasts presents How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff.
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing! How embarrassing! Shit.
Let me tell you, I think that we should get into the studio and lay down some tracks and just record the How Embarrassing intro.
It was really good. It was the best it's ever been this time, I swear to God.
Really?
Molly was late, though,
No,
right?
I wasn't. You're late.
Anyways.
I think that you don't know when it's supposed to happen anymore. Because I do it at the right time.
Once again, I wrote the song, that complex song.
You did the
Those
music.
interesting lyrics.
You did the music. I did the lyrics. Let's
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's true. That's true.
We're
Speaking of which,
co-writers.
So let's get into
Like
this.
Rogers and Hammerstein.
I don't know who that is.
That's a nod to the theme of the the show today.
Okay.
theme
Well,
of the
let's get
show-
into it then.
Yes.
We
So
have
today,
a theme today. It's
we
a very
do.
interesting day in How Embarrassing,
How embarrassing history.
First time we've had a returning guest.
Absolutely.
Most guests we've had at once.
Absolutely.
And a theme.
Yeah. So we have a theme to the show today. That theme is the theater. The theater. Jeff, did you do any theater ever in your life?
Yes, in elementary school.
Tell me
I think
about
I
it.
played Joseph in a play once.
Shut
in, like
Up.
kindergarten.
Jesus' dad?
Yeah, dude. I was
Oh
like,
my
yo,
God.
Jesus, that's my son.
I got to play, we did a Stations of the Cross play when I was in, I think, first or second grade, and I was a weeping woman and an angry townsperson. I got to hold a stone like I was about to throw it at Jesus.
Whoa.
And I got to
Everyone's dream.
I got to chant in a group, "We choose Barabbas."
You choose what?
So, yeah, with Jesus, it was either he got executed or this, like, rapist.
Or he got more
murderer.
rabbits?
Barabbas was the
Oh.
guy's name. So Pontius Pilate was like, we can free Barabbas or we can free Jesus. Jesus didn't do anything, and Barabbas is like a known murderer, bad guy. And everyone was like, we want Barabbas out here. Let's hang Jesus.
Whoa. Was that
So-
in Jesus Christ Superstar? That's my only reference to the Bible anymore.
It was, I think, in Godspell.
I don't know what that is. All right, so
You don't know what Godspell is? That's
no,
my favorite
honestly,
Jesus musical.
the thing we're promoting today is called Chorus Line.
Oh.
Yes.
And I just learned that that's not just literally people standing in a line singing. It's
Yeah.
an actual play. Like there's lyrics and songs and stuff. I just learned this. The whole time I was like, that's kind of a generic name for that, but okay.
Jeff, I think you would kind of like a chorus line because it's all these like backstories. And this one guy talks about how like he came one time and asked a priest if he had gonorrhea or something. And another story is about a girl's tits.
It sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Okay,
great
I
show.
gotta see this.
Yeah, I think I summed it up pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, you got me in. I'm hooked.
Yeah.
New
Um,
favorite play.
Do you have an
Musical.
embarrassing
It's a musical,
story
right?
that's centered around your performance arts?
I don't, because for the theme we were talking about auditions,
Yeah.
and I'm offer only, so I've never had to audition for anything. So
That's
it's
true.
Been
Jeff
pretty
is
nice.
off.
I've also not been put in anything.
Yeah.
I don't know why people aren't calling me more. I
He's
told them I'm offer only.
He's offer only, but he doesn't really get offers.
I've never been offered. But
That's fine.
do
Honestly,
you have a story? I'm sure you do. You did plays in your
yeah.
mess.
So I've been thinking, and I'm so sure I've embarrassed the fuck out of myself many times. I think honestly, my most embarrassing theater moment was in high school. I was president of the drama club. It's like
Nice.
I was very gung ho, like very involved in everything.
Wow.
And I didn't even get into the school play that year.
That's so good.
No.
And let me tell you what I did. I checked the cast because I'm more of a character actress. I'm more of a comedian. And the play that year was The Crucible. So I really didn't stand a chance. But I expected to at least get thrown like a one-line part. It was like my senior year. And
nothing.
I didn't get into the show and checked the cast list. Walked out the front door of my high school and walked home crying.
Oh,
That's sad.
My family did not know what to do because, like, they expected me to get cut from every sport I ever tried to do, but they did not expect me to get cut from a school play because that was like my thing.
Oh,
damn.
That's sad.
Yeah, it was super bad. I didn't like it one bit. So you know what I did? I was the assistant director instead, like a little fucking cuck.
And then you started doing improv.
Yeah, then I turned to
it sounds
improv
like
comedy.
make someone turn to improv.
And now I do drugs.
Speaking of drugs, we got a great ad that is all about drugs.
Absolutely. A fantastic ad. Hey, sir, you seem really blue.
I am. My life is shitty. I haven't been offered for anything for weeks.
Well, do I have a product that's really going to turn your life around? Sir, have you heard of Xanax?
Yeah, the pill that makes everything better.
Exactly. I have a bunch of it right here for you. And for just $9.99 and the promo code How Embarrassing, you can get Xanax at Xanax.com/howembarrassing. Proud sponsor.
Wow.
Sorry, you said
We're
drugs.
making a lot of money off those pharmaceutical businesses now.
Honestly, we just can't stop.
Oh, we didn't read all the symptoms though, so we probably won't get paid for that one.
Yeah,
that's the only reason.
We're definitely gonna get sued by Xanax.com.
All right, well, let's get going. We have many guests to speak to today.
Yeah, actually, and quick fun fact, when I said, "Hey, sir," my phone thought I said, "Hey, Siri," and she woke up and started talking.
That's a fun fact.
Wow, that's such an interesting story.
Aren't you glad I wasted your fucking time with that?
I'm going to have to edit that part out.
Yeah, I don't want anyone else to have to hear that.
Yeah, it's for the best.
But shall we get to our first guest?
Yeah. Well, so our special guests today, first time in How Embarrassing history, we have 4 guests. They are all cast members of A Chorus Line, which is at Generic Theater, but COVID. You know what I mean? Theater is dead. So they put it online. It was originally supposed to be a 4-week run, but now the link will be released on Thursday. And we cannot wait to watch it. It's going to be just like Hamilton on Disney Plus. But
I know. I was just going to say, it sucks that Hamilton did it first, though.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So let's hear from our guests. We'll start with Sarah.
Hi, guys.
Hey, returning champion.
Yeah.
Yes, you may have
The first
heard about
one.
her from her pineapple shit story.
Yeah, she did take pieces of pineapple out of her ass and wash them in a sink.
And she thought it was a beak.
She thought she was giving birth to an egg that was hatching at the same time.
Beak first.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
What an intro.
What do you do in the show?
I have a very important role of getting cut.
I love that.
So the show is about people auditioning for a Broadway show and an audition without people who get cut from the show.
Girl, I know how that feels. All right.
I'm being typecast, clearly.
For sure. I've never seen you make a show.
I thought this
No,
was
I'm kidding.
when you said your job is to get cut. I was really picturing some like knives or scissors. Or
Yeah. A
something
slasher.
happening.
Slasher.
But no, it
say
makes
that
more
a lot.
sense when it's called.
I'll be like, I'm going to cut you. I'm gonna
No,
cut
that's Jeff. That is that was her part in Sweeney Todd. was
Oh.
Oh,
You're showing
Just to
off
cut
your
hair.
knowledge about
I'm
musicals
flexing,
here.
baby.
Flexing.
Sweeney
All
Todd
right.
is the show that made me want to major in musical theater.
Wow.
interesting, but we have 3 other guests, so we're going to need you to stop talking. And we are going to go back to Dylan!
Dylan!
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, Dylan.
Hey.
Okay, so I play Mike Costa in the show. He's pretty much the most like generic boy dancer that you could find. That's his whole character persona, is that he's a boy who dances. He gets the first song.
But boys can't dance.
Exactly. So that's who I play. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah.
Are you
Nice.
embarrassed to be here today?
Oh, not yet.
Whoa.
We got him right where we want him,
Yeah.
fellas.
So we have
All
a
right.
boy dancer and a cutter. Let's meet another one.
All right, let's meet Jillian.
Hello. I am Jillian Schwab Lorello, and I play Cassie Ferguson.
Ooh.
I am the director's ex-love.
Ooh.
So, Scandal. Yes,
Are you,
I'm trying to make my comeback, and I'm actually embarrassed because I'm trying to make a comeback to the chorus line.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Wow.
Are you embarrassed to be here today?
I mean, anything with you, Molly, I'm embarrassed to be about.
I get it. I get it. All right. And last but not least, you know her, you love her. It's Erin.
Hi, it's Erin Madison, and I play the role of Judy Turner, who is a comedic character.
Ooh.
She talks really fast, sings really fast, changes her train of thought very quickly. She wants to be everyone's friend. She's a little bit naive. She's bubbly and energetic. I think she gets on the nerves of the other people on the line, but she eventually wins them over.
I know someone like that.
Nice.
Are you
I mean,
embarrassed?
it's pretty much me in real life.
Oh.
Not a lot of acting needed.
Are you embarrassed to be here?
I think I'm starting to be. I wasn't at
Oh,
first,
yeah.
but now I'm getting nervous.
Yeah.
Drug ad did it for her. She's like, what am I doing here?
Xanax.
I like
Just
how
listen to
it's
shitty
also-
improv.
Really, the only drug I could think of was Xanax at that moment.
There's so many drugs, Molly.
I know. That's
You
all.
can
I
open up
want.
your world a little bit more.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I can't because I'm always all Xannied out. Anywho,
Okay. So we have one character that's like actually a real full character, and then a dancing boy, a cutter, and an ex-love.
yeah, that's what it seems like we're working with
Okay.
here. I guess we got the B cast.
Oh. On the line. I like how Aaron said the line. Like, I guess it's the lingo on the line.
She's back on the line.
Back on the line, bitches.
I just remembered another song from Chorus Line where she talks about sledding, but she doesn't see any snow.
And that's what drug is that, Molly?
And that's called cocaine, baby.
Baby.
Kick,
It's like,
cocaine.
I feel nothing. Very cocaine. Oh my God.
Wait, is
All
that
right.
song actually about cocaine?
Jeff,
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm getting no's. I'm getting a lot of no's from.
Let's ask the experts.
Faces.
Cass, who wants to start with theirs? So we wanted to get some embarrassing theatrical tales. Because how embarrassing. A chorus line is actually just a bunch of really embarrassing stories all strung together. Because performance is all a big show.
What an intro.
You really slowed down to the end of your thought.
I got
You're
this.
like, I have no idea where I'm going with this.
Because I was gonna say performance is all a lie, but that's just theater. It's lying.
What the fuck?
You know what, though? This show is about real people who shared their stories, and the show was written off of their real experiences. And those people had to audition for their own parts to play themselves.
Okay, so that's
please
Sarah.
don't
We're gonna
speak
pass it to
when-
her.
Without being spoken to.
It's like the first reality show.
Oh, God.
The original Chorus Line was like the first reality show.
I didn't know that. That's good.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do the next part of the show. I'm going to mute myself and let Jeff just get through these stories because I can't stop talking today. I don't know what's wrong.
Wait, don't leave me, Molly.
Sarah, tell your story first.
Okay, that's kind of a good intro story because it's like musical theater in general.
Mm-hmm.
So in high school, I always got the leads because I was in a smaller town and it was, big fish, little pond. It was great. I loved it. And then I came to college and had to work my way up. And I heard about Busch Gardens. We didn't have Busch Gardens where I came from. So I went to Busch Gardens auditions. And I was so excited because I was going to be a professional musical theater person in the summer between college years. And I had my roommate drive me to Busch Gardens for my audition. And about a year later, I found out that I did every single thing in my audition exactly wrong. So there's these rules. There's these unspoken rules or spoken rules.
Unspoken rules piss me off because I'm like, why don't we speak them? How would I know?
She's back. Molly's back.
I'm also picturing you like getting up there and not facing the like cast and like just staring at the ground and like mumbling your lines and not dancing.
Giving a fake name with like a mustache and a hat on. It's like, hello, my name is Barra Bingsley.
Okay, so what you're supposed to do in musical theater or most auditions is you're never supposed to wear a costume. You are never supposed to bring your own accompaniment. So I didn't know these things. And my senior year in high school, I had played Snoopy in You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. So I walked into Busch Gardens auditions thinking I was hot shit. And I had a costume and props. Oh, you're not supposed to have props in your audition. I walked in with a costume and props.
A Snoopy costume.
And I had recorded music. And I sang my little hot out. And I thought it was so good. I totally thought I was going to get cast. Yeah. So the next year I took a class that was all about how to audition. Literally, she's like going down the thing, like, don't do this, don't do this. And I was like, oh, that's why I get cast.
It's funny because all of like your fellow theater people are like cringing at your story. And I'm sitting there like, sweet, you brought your props. You were ready to rock.
I also imagine her like she's trying out for like Juliet or someone, and she's dressed as Snoopy. And
Did
like,
you wheel in?
You really
like,
don't need to. Like, your character doesn't have a costume that you're trying out for. Why'd you?
Did you wheel in a big dog house to lay on?
Do you have dog treats that you ate, like dog biscuits?
You brought it like a live chick with you.
Yes, sir. What I was doing was sketch comedy. I just didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, and no one respects sketch comedy. All right, well, let's see if Dylan can top that story.
Dylan.
Right, so
Dylan.
my story is sort of like an amalgamation of stories. So I'm going to talk a little bit about college auditions because I'm an acting major.
Ooh.
I am currently going to my sophomore year at Texas State University, pursuing a BFA in acting.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Are you over 18?
yes, I'm 19.
Good. I don't think our lawyers could handle an underage on the pod.
Yeah, we good.
I'm also the lawyer, by the way, for this podcast.
Yeah.
All right. And so, but like college auditions are a lot, like, especially like, just applying for college in general, it's a big ordeal. But then like when you're going into a BFA or like any of these programs, you have to audition for every single one. And so it comes to be just a lot. And I thought that I don't know what I was thinking, but I decided to audition for 23 schools.
Wow.
It was just a lot. It was a lot.
Jeez.
And but there's like a popular thing that a lot of schools do nowadays, which is where like for one weekend or a couple weekends, a ton of schools from all over the country will go to like one city for a week. They'll like go to Chicago for a weekend, or they'll go to like Dallas for a weekend, or they'll go to New York for a weekend. They'll do that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. They'll do it at different times around the year, and they'll just have a ton of kids audition at once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so that's what I did. And so for the thing that I for the one that I went to, they have one dance call at Saturday night for all the schools. And they have auditions for the schools Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Mhm.
But there's one dance call. Okay.
Saturday night, baby. Saturday night fever.
Saturday night. And so I consider myself a pretty good dancer. You know, I would think that that's one of the skills that a lot of these schools would like from me.
Well, yeah, that's like your whole thing is just being a boy who dances.
Exactly. That I'm a dancer.
That's great.
And so so we walk into the room. Okay, so first off, earlier that day, I had an audition for Florida State University, which it's a good dance school. It's a good dance school. And I had a good audition with them earlier that day. I was so excited to show them that I could dance. I was like, yes, Florida State, here I come. And so I go into the room and it's like the floor is slippery and my shoes are slippery.
Uh-oh.
And the person who's like running the dance call is like, all right, everyone, it's slippery. Be careful. And so cool. We start the dance call, which we had learned before. We came in the room. They didn't see us learn it or anything like that.
And the floor is slippery.
So I start doing it. I'm giving it all. I'm giving it my all. I see Florida State looking straight at me. They got big smiles right on their faces. I am telling them, Florida State, here I come. Let me in your school. Dance my heart out. I go to kick my face, grand battement, kick in the air. And the leg that I'm standing on just flies out from underneath.
No.
And I hit the ground in front of all these schools. And I look at Florida State. Immediately, her frown drops to the floor and her eyes frantically search for another kid to look at.
Oh,
and her eyes glued on them for the rest of the dance break. And I was just like, oh, God, no. And so I got back up and I finished the dance and I was like, please let us do it again. Please let us do it again. And they didn't let us do it again.
Oh, no.
And then you were like, fuck it, guess I'll go to Texas.
Right.
Basically, I can't lie. That's how it went out. I mean, but the thing was, my Texas audition was also one of the most, I was embarrassed after I left that room because I was mostly auditioning for musical theater programs. I didn't really know how to audition for an acting program.
Oh.
I just considered myself an actor because I had monologues. That's what makes you an actor if you do musical theater. And so I didn't know how to audition for these acting programs. I didn't know what to do. And so I walked in the room and they didn't say anything to me. And I'm like, what do you guys want to hear? And so I just start listing things. And I got a little too overconfident. I started listing things I didn't really remember too well.
Oh, no.
And so, of course, they stopped me on the one that I didn't want them to stop me on. I don't know why I even said it. Okay, a couple weeks before, I auditioned for Juilliard with Lady Macbeth. And so when I said Lady Macbeth, they wanted to stop me.
Of course. I want to see you do Lady Macbeth right now.
Yeah, right? That's badass.
But I messed it up so bad.
Ellen,
I just felt like I was so...
Like, I had a similar experience. With karaoke night. I signed up for Eminem's Lose Yourself and I'm trying to remember the words.
Exactly. But yeah.
Same thing. Same exact thing.
The stakes were so high.
All right. Well, let's see if Jillian can top the embarrassment.
Mine's another dancing story.
Love it. Bring it.
Well, that's the theme of the show. So.
Yeah,
dancing?
Molly knows this, but I used to be a professional ballet dancer. So I have more dancing stories than I have theater stories. So I was doing...
Yeah, she was in the Nutcracker.
I was going to say, this is actually a Nutcracker story.
What?
Whoa, nice call.
Jeff knows the Nutcracker.
Yeah.
So y'all know what a tutu is. We've all seen a tutu, right? So I go.
I still wear them.
I mean, I just around town. Yeah. I go and I turn and I run and I jump onto my partner's shoulder and I land on that shoulder. I'm looking awesome. And then he's putting me down gracefully and I go to walk away and all of a sudden I feel ka-gunk. I'm like, why the heck can't I walk? my tutu, the butt of my tutu was stuck on the front of his costume. So my butt was stuck to his chest.
Oh my God.
Like stand there and just like look at the audience and like be a pretty ballerina while he's like in my butt. Like, trying to get the costume off.
The Nutcracker became a porno that year.
I was like, what are you doing? Oh.
It really got weird with the third version of Human Centipede.
Yes, this is way before Human Centipede.
Yeah.
That same partner and a different rehearsal. This is not a show. This is a rehearsal though. I'm like doing a pirouette as a turn. So he's like helping me turn and I fell. And like, there's a video of it. I fell, I'm on the ground, but his hands keep going. Like, it's like he's spinning a basketball, but I was the basketball, but I wasn't there anymore. I'm on the floor and he's just like spinning his hands around nothing.
What?
It was pretty bad. He's not a good partner.
He like didn't even notice you weren't there anymore.
I was on the floor and his hands are still going. Oh.
That dumbass wearing the Velcro costume.
It was a hook. Those are my embarrassing nutcrackers.
Whoa.
I still smiled.
Yeah, that's what ballerinas do.
Yes. So there you go. Those are mine.
Wow.
All right. Let's hear from our fourth and final guest, Erin Madison. Come on down.
Well, I have an award-winning story for you.
Ooh.
So I'm glad you saved me for the last.
I love it.
So I'm from Cincinnati, and in Cincinnati, you would do your high school musical, but in the summer, they had something called Cincinnati Young People's Theater, and anyone from any school in the city could audition, and it was a really big deal if you made it because usually only one or two people from your school made it. And I made it the summer after my freshman year, and that was, my first time doing musicals. And the show we did was Anything Goes. It's a tap
Anything Goes
musical. Exactly, Ethel Merman. And, I was just a little baby, so I was one of Reno's Angels, which is basically the dance corps of ditzy, slutty girls. And
I get no kicks
the only
from
reason why, I think the only reason why guys even audition for that is because they could see us girls in our little bitty like sailor outfits and skirts and things.
Yeah.
So during dress rehearsal, this is an audition story. This is a performance story during dress rehearsal, and usually it's a couple people's parents, not a full house. And we were doing the number, Anything Goes, big tap number. Half the song is tap. I am right in the very middle, very front row. I'm doing my little dance, and it was this dance move where you kind of twist and flick your feet, and then you point your finger and kind of shake it, kind of like a little swing kind of move. And I'm doing it. Well, we had heeled tap shoes, and the heel of my tap shoe caught the edge of my little skirt.
Ooh.
And we had some quick costume changes. So for whatever reason, our little booty shorts were attached to the skirt instead of being booty short and then the skirt. So when my heel caught my skirt, it brought the whole thing down.
Oh no.
And me being in the front row gave a nice, lovely moon to the rest of my castmates from all these kids from all these high schools and their parents. And the other thing is, when you're a dancer, undergarments are creative in some situations. I mean, there's pasties and things involved. Luckily, I did have a thong on, but not everyone knew that from the back. I mean, it was just booty. So
when I'm on stage, I just take a strip of duct tape. Tuck it all in.
Wait.
But luckily, it was a time where I was wearing a thong and not just tights, because it would have just been horrible. But it didn't look like that from the rest of the cast. And since it was a high school show, at the end of the run, we gave each other awards and things like that, and they're meant in good fun. And I won the Full Moon Award.
Yeah.
So that's my story.
So,
Wow.
when I was in college, I was a theater minor. So, obviously no one took me seriously because I was not a major. I was just a minor. So I was a peasant. And I also, this may shock you guys, but I used to drink a lot. And at the end of the year, they did this because we were, the Salisbury Seagulls, and Sammy the Seagull is our mascot. And so at the end of the year, they did the Sammies. And so they gave like awards. It was like the theater department awards that we all voted for, like within art. So it was like peer awards. And the award that they gave me was the Sloppy Joe Sammy.
Oh.
For being just like a gross mess of a person. And I was like, I hate these people.
Oh, it's sad.
That's why I was a theater minor, not major, because those people are trash. And you know what? They all work at Disney World now, so fuck you. Literally everyone was a theater major, graduated, went to Disney World, and they never came back, and they wear mermaid tails. So loser. I'm not bitter. I'm fine. I'm so happy.
This has been the saddest episode of this podcast, Molly. I gotta say.
Molly's been on a breakdown this entire episode.
I never realized how traumatizing my past in the theater was. I thought I loved it until today. I thought I had so much fun. Until now.
Wow.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for your stories, and we're not done yet. I have a quick little game that I would like to play. It's time for Look at Matt taking the cues. Fuck.
Mary.
Kill.
Raise.
Fuck.
Mary, kill, raise.
Fuck, Mary, kill, raise.
That's the name.
All right. So this is the name of the game. We call it Fuck, Mary, Kill, Raise. So this is the part of the show where we give you 4 options, and you have to fuck one, marry one, kill one, and raise one as your own child. It's a game that we invented, and usually we play it so the guest has to say it, but I kind of want Molly, Jeff, and Matt to fuck, marry, kill, raise Jillian, Sarah, Dylan, or Aaron.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's how we flip the script and get our revenge on these
Yeah.
Look, he's famous now. Who's got the power? It's old Molly Graham. It's old Sloppy Joe Sandwich. All right. Who wants to go
You're
first?
getting your revenge on us theater majors.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm coming for
Yeah,
you. Go
she's
to
out
Disney
for
World,
you now.
nerd.
Dress up like Snoopy and go to Disney, idiot.
Yeah, this is the podcast where we make our guests feel like shit. Let's start with Jeff as he takes a chug of water.
Okay.
And
it feels weird playing this game. I like forcing other people to play it.
I know. I backed us into a corner, but I just thought it'd be fun.
I think this is fun. I'm halfway through. I don't have all my decisions yet, I think. Do you got yours, Jeff? And you guys can turn
Yeah, I can win it.
you guys can turn on your mics too if you have a reaction or if you want to, I don't know.
I might have questions.
Yeah.
All right, for Aaron, because of that story, I'm choosing to fuck because as the most wait, let me explain it more.
Sensual love.
Is that oh, God. Because that's I think was the most embarrassing story. That's the classic in high school. You're mooning the whole school.
And
it's the
Jeff
worst thing that can happen.
Jeff likes humiliation porn.
No.
I was gonna say Jeff likes butts.
No, I
Jeff
can't.
likes
I
butts.
can't humiliate you any more than that did. So I
He's
like.
probably
I
thinking of a
think-
high schooler song.
Yeah.
Ew.
Wait.
It's like, get the
Yeah,
lawyer
ring
out.
that bell.
We can segue into tits and ass from there.
Oh.
What does that mean?
Oh, poor
Chorus
Jeff.
line
He doesn't know
reference.
the songs from the
Oh.
show.
What does
Shit.
that mean?
I'll have to
Didn't do
watch
his
it when
research.
it comes out on Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh my gosh, will you keep going? This is taking 9
Oh shit! I was looking. Okay. I don't like doing this game. I like being on the other side.
I know.
Sarah, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh.
Was it the Snoopy costume?
Now it is, but also it's from your previous episode. I can't believe I I wake up every morning and I think pineapple coming out of a butt sounds awfully painful.
Mhm. Sarah famously pulled a pineapple chunk out of her butt and washed it in a sink.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
so now I have Raise and Mary. I am not good. I am stalling so much. This is so boring.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I'm going to marry Jillian.
Oh, nice.
Aww.
Because I don't have a reason.
You are the worst. We're never letting you play this game again. Never.
Because I enjoyed her story.
I knew I should have gone first.
And she's into anal play because of her story.
The butt cracker.
She's like human centipede.
Sensual.
And then I am gonna raise Dylan.
Yes, Dylan.
Because I mean, who doesn't want a dancing boy?
Yeah, that's
You know, who doesn't want a little boy dancing around the house?
Auditions.
dancing boy.
I'm not taking him to auditions. He can drive his damn self.
You can get a fucking Uber.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go next.
Go for it.
All
Wait,
right,
no,
don't
you
take
should,
so
be
long.
the finale. You should be the finale. You're the
Okay,
grand
so
finale.
I am going to fuck Sarah.
Nice.
Just because honestly the pineapple thing is intriguing to me. But the real reason I'm gonna fuck her is because I wanna let's get that Snoopy costume.
I was gonna say, you want me to wear a dog collar?
Yeah, let's get the Snoopy costume in the mix. That sounds like a good time.
Jeez.
I'm gonna marry Jillian.
Nice. That's very sweet.
Just because like we kind of go way back and I've always felt the sparks there, so I think it's time to make it official. And I don't know Erin very well, but I know that Jillian has a good job, so she could support me financially. And Erin is just you rolling the dice, and for that reason, I must kill Erin.
Oh no!
And listen, it's not me, it's you.
Wow.
And
I'm going to haunt you.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
The
I'm
ghost of Erin.
I'm
You're gonna see
mostly
a moon every
jealous-
morning.
I'm mostly jealous that you got to be in a high school theater thing and didn't get cut from.
Oh.
And then I feel like I need to raise Dylan because
Yes.
I just he's
Ah.
like my little baby
Dylan.
bird. And I could just make sure he's safe and warm. I could give him some theater tips. Young star.
Yeah, it sounds like he needs theater tips from you.
From me. Yeah, I think I would be the best role model he could have.
Mm.
Because you know what? I've been there. I've made the mistakes. And look where I ended up. You don't want to end up like me. In a closet recording a podcast. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Producer Matt Cole.
All right. I'll go quickly. Let's see. Sarah. We're getting married. I'm sorry.
I know.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
We're getting married.
I married him last episode.
Yeah. So so right
Just
back at
returning
you,
the
girl.
favor.
Jillian, I think we're gonna fuck. Aaron, I think I'm gonna have to kill you for the same reason that I think. Wait, Molly killed you,
Be
right?
busy haunting.
Yeah.
everyone.
Because
Yeah.
I want to be haunted.
Jealousy and
I want
spite.
to be haunted like in that scene in Ghostbusters where like. Anyways,
Okay,
And
that's
then-
worse than me saying I wanted to fuck her.
I want to be haunted by Aaron like in the movie Ghost with some pottery.
yeah, that's sexy. Okay.
Yes.
Ooh.
And then, of course, my boy Dylan. I'm gonna raise Dylan. We're gonna do kick.
Yeah.
We're gonna kick.
Imagine the three
We're
of
gonna
us
kick.
raising Dylan together.
Oh my god, that's a fucking sitcom right there.
That is
3 podcasters and a Dylan.
three weathered sad adults and a young hopeful teen.
We're gonna make so much money off of him. Put him on the stage and give us a check. You know.
He's mommy's little cash cow.
Fuck, Mary,
Kill, Ray.
kill, raise, Dylan.
Let's add a 5th option called Dylan and not tell anybody what it is.
Yeah,
Fuck Mary,
you
kill
can
Ray.
Mary
Dylan.
killed Dylan.
You guys are off your rocker.
I don't understand the bit, but it makes me laugh a lot.
This has been such a fun episode.
Indeed.
I think 4 guests is better than 1. I had a great time. And now, real quick, we always end on this note, and today is no different. We have a quick question for everyone. Did we ruin your life today? Go.
Yes.
Maybe.
That one was an honest answer. Everyone else just said yes for the fun of it. She's
Aaron,
like, oh, maybe.
we're not gonna really kill you. You seem very scared. We're not murderers.
Is this broadcasting in Cincinnati?
I feel like no one's going to watch a chorus line now because of this.
Not true. Okay, so
I'm way more interested in it than I was before. I thought you were just staying on stage singing.
Everybody, make sure you check out A Chorus Line. It's going to be on Generic Theater's website. That's right, theater, right? Okay, here it is. theater.org. The link is released on Thursday, and you guys should definitely check it out. I know me and Jeff and producer Maddie Cole are going to be having a watch party together.
Yeah, and we'll put the link to it in the description of the show so that you can just
we will. Okay, until next time. Bye, little worms.
Bye,
Wiggle,
mommy's
wiggle.
little worms. Bye.
Thanks for listening to How Embarrassing Podcast with Molly and Jeff, a Go On podcast. If you have an embarrassing story and you'd like to be on How Embarrassing, give us an email at howembarrassingpodcast@gmail.com.